Hey guys, it's your boy Jay, and this is Football Talk. And in this one, I am back with another reaction video. In today's video, I will be reacting to all this new stuff was just added to College Football 25. So I'm guessing this is like a part two in a way, because he did talk about new things that they were putting in for the update. I want to say on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm guessing this is like a part two, or if I'm not mistaken, because it was a lot of stuff that they was bringing, that they was coming out with in the last one. So cannot wait to see what they got. This is an 11-minute video, so this should be a good one. Also, guys, by the time, my next video will be on Saturday, well, tomorrow, if you're watching this on Friday, and it is your boy's birthday, so I will be dropping a video. Not sure if I'm gonna be live streaming like I did last year, but we shall see. But without further ado, though, let's get into this.
A lot of new stuff was added to College Football 25 yesterday, so we're going to take a closer look at all the things that were added to the game. We're also going to talk about some stuff that wasn't in the update notes that actually did get updated as well, that people might not be aware of. We're going to also touch on some of the issues that happened after the update, and EA has since spoken on them. And we also got a little bit of an idea when the next update's coming and some of the things we're going to be getting. So this is going to be a pretty detailed video. Let's get it started. So let's first take a look at all the stadiums that were changed. So we know they put Kansas's new stadium in the game. That was one of the bigger ones people were waiting for. They also did an update to the Texas State Stadium, I believe, adding the upper deck that was missing before. So now that stadium should be accurate. They also made changes to the Kennesaw State Stadium. Now the rest of these, I don't know what they exactly changed. If you're a fan of the team, I'm sure you could tell me below. Let me know below what they changed about these other stadiums. But they just listed that Kennesaw was one of the ones that did get an update. So maybe something was wrong. Oklahoma State is another stadium that also got an update. So again, it could have just been something missing, something wrong, or maybe they had a big update to the stadium.
Let me pause it right here. Except for this right here. You do not got any room on the sideline, to be honest with you. Like, I don't like this personally. It looks cool on TV, but yeah, like I was saying, it looks cool on TV, but I don't know. It's too like claustrophobic for me, in my opinion. And I'm not a claustrophobic person.
I'm not familiar with all of them, so I don't know for sure. The Wake Forest Stadium was another one that was listed in the update that they changed some things there. So again, if you're like a Wake Forest fan, let me know below what did they change, what was missing, what was updated. Let us know below so that we could just have all of the proper information. The Louisiana Monroe Stadium was another one that was listed in the update. So here is a look at the updated stadium in game if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. And the Nebraska Stadium, this is a pretty big one here. I'm again not sure what they changed, but this is a look at the updated stadium. Again, you got to kind of realize with this game, some stuff's going to be updated throughout the year because things may have changed recently. I know that was the case with some of the uniforms and stuff like that, which we're going to get into right now. Hey, if you're still here at this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well go ahead, subscribe, join the family. That way you never miss out on any of these important updates that happen every month. We're so close to 600K subs. If everybody watching just subscribed, we would hit that tonight. Now, for some of the uniforms, I did get some in-game shots for the ones I like the most. Oregon got 3 new uniforms. They got a home and away. I really love these. I think these are super.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Oregon might got the best looking uniforms in college football. I mean, it's so many of them that Oregon has, just them alone. But they got like 6 or 7. But I ain't gonna lie, the colors just go so well with this. Look at this right here, and this is away right there. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I think Oregon might got it.
Sick. And then they also got the all black with the chrome helmet. Some other teams might have gotten some new helmets as well that they didn't list, but hard to find them all. I tried to get as much as I could. Here are the new Baylor uniforms that we knew were coming. Those look pretty sick. Iowa State got some new uniforms in the game. Here's the all white with the white helmet. They also got another variation of the all white with the red helmet that was added to the game as well. Louisiana got some new alternates with a white helmet. I think this is a different helmet than the other ones they have. These are some of my favorites. The all white Ole Miss with the white helmet. These are absolutely sick. So they got those in. A couple of my favorites that were added were the all grays from New Mexico, and they also got their white with the red pants. These look absolutely sick. Some of my favorites in the game. Northwestern got their all black Gothic uniforms in the game. These are pretty sick. Appalachian State got a couple new ones. Here's the all white with the yellow helmet, which looks really nice. They also got some new all blacks in the game here as well. We got the all white Vanderbilts. These are another clean one. You can get me with an all white jersey. It's easy. I love all whites. We got a throwback UTEP that also looks pretty insane as well. They also made some updates to existing uniforms. So with Arkansas, they updated the patch on the white jerseys. They added the new TCU helmets, the black helmet. Here's a look at the chrome helmet they also added, and the chrome purple. These are absolutely sick. So those are now in the game. They added a couple of Boise State uniforms. They don't really look too much different than the other ones. I'm not sure what they changed on them, but they did update those, and they're going to be putting more in the game, they said too, which is really cool. But here's a look at the new Boise uniforms. They also added a new bowling green uniform right here. So here's a look at that one as we spin them around so you can get a full look. They also added some New Mexico State uniforms. We got an all white right here that looks pretty cool. That's a new addition to the game. And we got this other one right here with the white helmet, the red jersey, and the white pants. I was also told that supposedly new throwback Illinois helmets were added to the game. I'm not 100% sure if they were already in. I'm just going off of what somebody told me, but I was told these were added in the update. They also fixed the pants on the all black Tennessee, so now they're looking accurate. Love to see the quick response fixing that. Also, they updated the Mizzou pants as they're now going to be wearing the all blacks, so those are now in the game for you to use. And really quickly, I do want to mention that we are still sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. If you like sports and you like winning money, then you've got when you sign up, and you just can't beat that. Now let's look at some new playbook stuff. So the bunch quads open as a new formation added to Texas Tech and Western Michigan. It might also be in some other playbooks as well, but those are the two they listed. And this looks like a pretty unique formation. I think this one could, be a little gimmicky. You could see some of the plays we have here. You got some different deep routes you can run, and they're all bunched up together. But this screen right here looks pretty cool because you got three lead blockers out in front. That could actually be pretty annoying to stop. Next, we've got the Deuce Twins over. This is in Buffalo and Toledo. And this one looks pretty interesting as well. You've got a lot of runs and RPOs, so this is more of a running formation. You do have some play action, but I like this RPO with the screen and the flat option. Those are usually pretty tough to stop. The next formation is the slot F wing found in the NC State and Liberty playbook. This one is one of the more interesting ones of the new ones they added. You've got a halfback toss. You've got some decent pass plays in here. You've got other run plays, and you've also got a speed option. Here, we're just going to take a look at the toss.
I'm so sorry, guys. Let me turn on the captions for you
This could be a pretty good shotgun toss, and mixed with the other plays, this could be tough. Next, we have the split pro far, which is in the NC State and Liberty playbook. And then we also have the split pro near, which is just in the NC State playbook. So NC State got 3 new formations added. This is just another split back. These don't look too crazy to me though. It could maybe be good if you mix in your hot routes to change the plays up, but the stock plays don't look that great. Next, we have the tight Y off flex, which is in the Florida playbook. This is another one of the best ones.
Ain't gonna lie, NC State might be a team to go with, especially in Dynasty. Is it Dynasty? Yeah, Dynasty. I haven't seen anybody use NC State, which is a little surprising,
That they added, in my opinion. Look at some of these plays, some of these deep routes. They've also got some runs out of this, but just look at this play. You've got a fade, you've got speed outs, you've got a deep cross mixed in with some of the other plays in here, and then if you use your hot routes to get creative, I think this could actually be a really good formation. We've got the wing halfback close weak in the Indiana and Minnesota playbook. Another pretty unique one. I like some of the passing plays I'm seeing in here, but they also have some good run plays. This buck sweep specifically, I really like this because the way this is lined up, the blockers are just in a really great spot. This is probably going to be a tough run to stop, and then you've got some play actions and some other decent plays where you can play off of that run, which would be nice. And then we have the wing slot over, which can be found in the Texas A&M and Kansas State playbooks. You got a lot of runs out of this. You've got a few passes, but this definitely looks like more of a running playbook. You've got the power reads, you've got a QB wrap, which is usually good, and of course you've got a speed option. Anything with a speed option in it, I'm going to run it. Now let's take a look at the spin and jukes that they said they nerfed. So Quinshawn Judkins, most of you know, his 360 ability was the most overpowered thing in the game. It's still decent. It's still not bad, but as you can see, the spin isn't nearly as fast. It doesn't cover nearly as much ground. It's not as glitchy as it was. You can see nothing's guaranteed. It's definitely not as good as it once was. It can still be good one-on-one, but it's not great. They also kind of nerfed the sidestep juke ability a little bit, but I feel like the juke actually works better than the spin ability now, in my opinion, but it's also just not as powerful as it was before. Another thing that did happen in this update that wasn't listed is they fixed the issue where the team builder team accessories in the crowd would sometimes be glitched and it wouldn't show the right colors. Supposedly, I've seen multiple people say now that that's fixed and they've posted pictures of it, so that was also addressed as
It's a good
well.
fix
Now
right
let's talk
there.
about some of the issues that popped up with the update. So as most of you know, whenever there's a title update or a patch to a game, it doesn't matter the game, there's always going to be something else that happens because of
It's
it. That's
always
just what happens when you program and you code. You could fix a bunch of things, you could add a bunch of things, and that could cause another problem that you did not anticipate happening. And that's what happens
or
with
do
every
not
update. So
really
it's just kind of
exactly
something, if you
know
play
how
games,
it
you know
happened.
that happens, even though it is kind of frustrating. Not kind of frustrating, it is frustrating, but there were some Dynasty problems that happened yesterday. Now, some of them have already been fixed, so glad that they were able to get a hot fix out, but there was a big issue with using schemes and playbooks. If you changed your coach playbook or scheme, your player archetypes and overall would change, and that was probably the biggest issue that came out of this. Now, if you don't edit your schemes and playbooks, if you just edit your coach, this won't be an issue. So that's kind of the workaround. You want to edit your coach, not edit the actual schemes and playbooks themselves. There was also another bug where incoming freshmen were not appearing in the position changes screen during the offseason, and there were also annual non-conference games that weren't rotating. Now, they came back with an update shortly after, and they said server maintenance was completed earlier today to address the issues mentioned above for online dynasties. For offline dynasties, a title update will be required to resolve these issues. Our main team is currently working on including these updates and more in our next title update, which we'll talk more about that in a second. And it said they also addressed an issue with the Super Sim results for overtime games, including the news panel on OT results for future games. And it said, please note that the schemes and playbook fix is not retroactive for players on your roster who previously had their overall or archetypes changed. However, you are safe to use the scheme and playbooks menu to change your playbook now. So if you're online, it is fixed and you can change it, and all these things should be fine
right there
for online.
EA.
If you're offline, you got to wait for the title update. The issue with playing only offline is that when they are able to do hot fixes.
So if you're offline, it's going to take, like he said, it's going to take a bigger update than the online players. I just hope people actually read and do a little bit, just a little bit research, because I already know people are going to be complaining, oh, why is the off, you don't care about the offline users, you only want the money, you want to, yeah. Shut up. They have stated exactly their intentions and how everything is going to be.
For stuff like this, you don't get them right away. You have to wait for a title update to download it. But if you create online dynasties, that allows you to get all of the hot fixes as soon as they happen. So maybe something to think about for future franchises that you might start. You may be better off doing the cloud ones, because if an issue arises, you can get the hot fix if they get it out quick. But in terms of the next title update, we kind of have an idea when this is coming, because somebody that works with Virginia tweeted out this morning. He said that he chatted with EA today, and they assured him that the students and fans on the Hill would be added in Title Update 3. Title Update 3 is scheduled 45 days after the original launch of College Football 25, so that would be August 29th, so 20 days from now. So a couple things here. Number one, it's good to hear that they're still adding on to the game. They're not stopping just because the game is out. They're going to keep adding more content into it. I've already heard that we're getting more uniforms in the next update as well, and they said by the year's end, we're going to have a lot more uniforms than we have now. And I'll be honest, I think we have quite a lot right now, but there's obviously a number of other ones that people are waiting for that are really cool and popular. By the year's end, we're going to have a ton more uniforms in the game. They're just going to keep adding. They're never going to stop, because when you think of college football and all the teams they have, there's just so much about each team that you can continue adding to the game. You can make every stadium more lifelike. You can add more traditions to the game. You can add more uniforms. You can add more plays to the game. And from what I'm hearing, that's what they're going to continue to do. So in 20 days, we will have another title update. It should fix some of these issues for the offline guys. We'll probably have some other things addressed that we didn't cover in this update. We'll have more new uniforms, and who knows what else is coming. Now, if you want to know about all of the Dynasty,
man, oh man, that was some nice updates, to be honest with you. And like I said, I like that EA was like the college football team is giving like everybody the rundown, you know what I mean? Because so many times you might hear like you might got to read more and more to figure out exactly when stuff are going to get fixed. But I like that couple bugs, because they update, and anytime you update something, something else is gonna break. It's just gonna happen. Okay, it's never gonna be 100% human error, and also just game engine error. You know what I mean? It's always gonna happen. But I'm glad to see that they have fixed a lot of the complaints that people have, and cannot wait to see even more updates coming soon in 20 days. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this reaction. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.